In a Nordic context, Berit Ås, a politician and researcher, is quite famous for identifying different suppression techniques being used towards women in politics. Without going into them too deeply, could you say something about these different techniques that women have faced in politics?
One of them is to make invisible, to not be listened to be ignored. If you say something in a meeting and then another person come and say the same thing, and then it's a good idea. Also to ridicule, to make fun of, to make jokes, to withhold information, to before a formal meeting have informal meetings where communication is passed so that you're left out. Double punishment. Whatever you do, it's wrong. If a woman is home with parental leave, it's bad for the company. But if she doesn't stay home, she's a bad mother. So damned if you do and damned if you don't. Also, rhetorical consultant Elaine Bergqvist has identified some communication suppression techniques. For example, by being very friendly and use compliments. If I give you a lot of compliments and then ask you to do something that's maybe not exactly your job, it's harder to say no because I've been so friendly. She also takes up the importance of time, for example, in age, but also in how long I've been with the company. So time creates a way to come up above someone else.
And put someone else down.
Exactly.
Through that. Yes. So what can one do to counteract these different suppression techniques? Do you have any good advice?
Well, Berit Ås, she talks a lot about identifying them, to see them, and that will solve the problems. In one sense it does, because if you see that, hey, wait, I'm being put down, I don't have to feel ashamed. It's not my fault. It's his or her fault that I'm being put down. But I also think that it's important to say it out loud, to identify what is happening and to make it visible. And sometimes you can even mirror it. If someone makes a joke about you, you can make a joke back. So humor is one way to deal with it. And I know that you've looked into that.
Yes, me and a couple of colleagues did a study on irony as a strategy for change among women managers. It was a couple of years ago we did this study. But we could see that women managers actually used irony as a way to make visible and challenge preconception that kind of hindered them in their careers. What we also saw was that it's important to link irony as a strategy to hierarchical power, because it's morally or ethically defendable only if you do it from below, so to speak. If you do it from on the top, then it becomes a suppression technique. And this was also seen in the study.